Hello everyone, my name is Flo and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about this instrument here. I wonder if anyone knows what this instrument is called. I wonder if anyone's played this instrument before. It's an instrument that some people start playing when they're at school, so you might have even played one of these before. But if not, I wonder if you know what it's called. It's called violin. I started playing my violin when I was in year 1. So I had to play a really small violin because I had really small hands. But now, as you can see, I have adult-sized hands, so I play a full-size violin, and that's how big this is. But we might be seeing some videos of some even bigger instruments later on. I think we're going to be seeing some instruments in the same instrument family, which is called the string family, but they might be a bit bigger than my violin. So, how do we play the violin? I've got this stick and I've got my instrument. And the key to playing the violin is in these two things here. We've got the chin rest and we've got the shoulder rest. So I think you can guess which parts of my body should go on those. I don't play it like this, like a guitar, and I don't play it down here. I play it like this. I put my chin on the chin rest and my shoulder on the shoulder rest. And you should even be able to hold your violin without even using your arms, just using your face. You should be able to walk around like this, holding your violin without using your hands. So, if I'm not using my left hand to hold the violin, what am I using my left hand for? Let's have a look. I can use my stick to play open strings. That's these 4 strings here without putting any fingers down. I can do that without even using my left hand like this. Now that sounds okay, but it's only 4 notes, isn't it? We need more notes than that. So that's why I use my left hand. I can put my fingers down to fill in the gaps between those 4 notes, like this. Now, using our 4 fingers, because I've got my thumb around the back, so I can't really use that. Using our 4 fingers can get us lots of notes, but sometimes we want to get even more notes out of our violins, especially when we get to the top string and we can't go any further when we've got to there. So that's when we use something called positions, and that's when you move your hand to a different place on the violin to play different notes. For example, I could be on this string here, and I've played. And now I could use my 4th finger to play number 4 note, or I could move my hand to where my number 3 note is here and put my 1 there instead. So we've got 1, 2, 3. And now if I move my hand, I can do 3, 4, 5. And that's called 3rd position, because that's when your 1 becomes the new 3. So then if I want to do even more positions like that, we've done 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, and now I can do 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that my hand is quite far up the violin now. That's because my 1 is going where my 5 used to be. So that means we can play a whole scale all on the same string without moving on to the new string like this. Let's come down again. So you can see when I came down, I decided I didn't want to move twice, so I did 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I moved my hand right down and I did 4, 3, 2, 1 again. So that's really useful, especially when we get onto the E string, because otherwise we just run out of fingers here. But a lot of violin music actually asks us to play really high up, even up to here. So I wonder if you can look at this example that I made where you can see my fingers moving and see if you can spot when I'm changing position. This is a piece called Chanson du Matin by Edward Elgar, and I'm just playing a little tiny section of it so that you can see where my fingers are moving when I have to go really high. See if you can spot it. I wonder if you spotted it there. Did you see me changing positions? Now let's talk about my right hand. We've talked quite a lot about my left hand now. So this stick that I'm holding in my right hand, this is called a bow. And you can see it's got wood on this side and it's got hair on this side. Now if I try and play the violin with the wooden side, it doesn't sound very good. you can sort of hear some notes, but you get a bit of a weird scratching noise. So what you want to use is the hairy part. That's the bit that's made to play the violin like this. Now this is the main difference from the guitar on the violin, apart from the fact that we hold it with our face. We play it with this bow. So on the guitar, when you pluck it with your fingers, then the sound disappears after a while unless you keep plucking it. But on the violin, you can just keep doing extra bows, moving your arm up and down like this. I could literally keep doing that forever if I wanted to. It would be very boring, but you can just keep on moving your arm up and down and the sound just keeps going. There aren't any breaks in the sound like there are when you do strumming on a guitar. Now most of the time we do play with the bow, but I've just put it down for a minute because sometimes we can do something called pizzicato, which is where we play it with our fingers. Let's see if you can recognise this piece. So that was In the Hall of the Mountain King by Grieg. And that's when we want to play our violin with our fingers instead of using the bow, which is not very normal. Often you do use the bow, but sometimes we want to do a little bit of plucking because we want to feel like we're playing the guitar. Now the last thing I'm going to show you on the violin is that we can play 2 strings at once sometimes if we want to, like this. So you can hear 2 notes going on at once. Sometimes we can even play 3 or 4. So that just gives us a really loud sound and lots of different notes going on at once, which is really exciting. Some violinists don't really like playing those, me included sometimes, because they are quite difficult. But when you've got them right, they sound really good because you can make the sound of almost a whole orchestra just with your own violin on your own. So I'm going to play you a piece now which is called Number 12 Train, and it's a traditional piece arranged by Edward Hugh Jones. And this has got a description of a train hidden inside the music, so I wonder if you can spot that. The train starts off really slow, and then it speeds up and gets really fast in the middle, and then it gets really slow again as it gets back to the station at the end. So when you play 2 notes at the same time, it's called a double stop, and that's what this piece has got in it as well. It's even got a train whistle in there. Let's see if you can spot that as I play it. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the violin. I wonder what instrument we'll be looking at next. Bye everyone!